Okay, one day he was in a laboratory, and he was working on a formula, a special formula. He actually kind of discovered it by accident. Does this ring a bell? No? Okay, he dropped some on his skin. Dropped some acid on his skin. And then he got on his bike and he had the most amazing bike ride home ever. Albert Hofmann was the man to discover LSD.
Oh, okay. What was he trying to make in the first place?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You can probably find out.
Yeah.
So I wrote this poem when I was trying to find the winning formula to win the Wellington Region Poetry Slam.
And did you?
Yes.
Ah, congratulations. Wellington is a wonderful place to start with.
Yeah. And so I thought about it for a long and hard, did some writing, tried to figure out the formula, then I realized that the formula had already been discovered by Albert Hofmann.
Oh.
So,
okay.
This is what I came up with. They say you can see in the evening if you'll have a visitor for breakfast. Premonition perhaps, but in the circles I float I no longer seem surprised to find strangers disguised as friends amongst the trees and leaves and flowers of dreams. Tasteful displays of bountiful tulips, a Fibonacci monkey puzzle to figure out. The bark on the cedars, the oaks, down the waterfall floats my thoughts, bubbles sporadic. This path, that way, this path, it doesn't matter which I choose, it'll always turn out rightly so. Fate. You can feel the air filter through the chlorophyll into the flowers. The true meaning of a brisk spring breeze brushes your hair to remind you that you are still here, even though your mind may wander away with fairies. I found them calling on me once upon a time to get led astray, to smell one flower but nothing. And as I step back, I smell the scent of the whole. As the sun sets, I'm not quite done, rubbing my fingers over petals and leaves and bark, and at dark I find where the starlings nest, so I can take my rest assured they are safe and warm for the night, as I avoid the frightful norms of capturing a photograph. And those in the flow know that the sunshine hasn't quite run dry. They know where to find the last spot on top of the hill, like an opposite vampire, a loud shrill to make the most of the last square meter of yellow-lit grass, to raise their hands in praise to the real God, the true provider. The sun shines pink and purple hues, and as the last slither disappears, I try to teach the tuis to sing the blues while the fantails dance and chant us. I feel the cold breeze blow again, the hairs on the back of my neck standing up on end, are throbbing in my left frontal lobe to remind me my mind is still on the bend, and I remember that those flowers I once saw have since withered and died, and gone on to create many other lives that will only thrive on true, sincere appreciation. Because if you just stop and listen, you will hear the voices hidden in the deepest depths of the most beautiful garden. If you were to take the time, instead of worrying about it, you will see a visitor in the distance coming for dinner before the break.
That's brilliant. That was really good.